too exciting here, but just giving you another glimpse. If you know how to sew, this would be like a dream come true. Look at all of these scraps. Oh. Wow. Feels like literally I'm at like a yard sale / junk sale. It's amazing how much prettier things look when it's staged and professionally photographed. And there's like dust everywhere. It's definitely if you're into hunting, a dream like that. Give me, yeah, hold on. No, I'm kind of over it already.
Really? I just think
tripping.
Well, hello, no one. Hold on. Which way? Maybe that's better.
So we're on the road again, and as some of you may have guessed, we did go to Augusta, Georgia, to Anthropologie's Final Cut.
We're on our way back home now, and we were there on So Close. We didn't get there. Hi.
Hey, Wild Jasmine.
We didn't get there exactly at open because we're just not those kind of people.
Yeah, if I tell Jade I'm going to be there at 9:30, that means 10 o'clock.
Yeah, and we're cool with that. That's how we roll. But let's think about questions people might have about Final Cut. And I'll probably just have to save this video because we only have one viewer right now. So yeah, it is in Augusta, Georgia. What was something that
Okay, one thing I did not expect is how dusty the place is. Like, if you have allergies, you're gonna feel like you're gonna die. Like, I do not have big allergy problems, what have you. I was like sneezing. I felt like I had dust in my throat. Like, I have always felt it was cleaner. Like, every time I've gone to a Goodwill versus Final Cut, and I'm not trying to exaggerate, and I'm not saying it was like, okay, I've done the Goodwill bins, and I will say it's like you go to a Goodwill, you have this amount of cleanliness. You go to Final Cut, you have this amount of, it's not so much cleanliness, it's just the dust factor
everywhere.
And then you go to the bins, and it's like, yes, you got to wear gloves. Like, I didn't feel like I had to go to Final Cut wearing gloves, but it is definitely dusty. They have communal dressing rooms, which that's good to know. You don't want to be wearing your sexy panties. So you could see like the dust like on the walls. That's how it was.
Yeah, it was quite interesting. And of course, if you watch any other reseller videos about Final Cut, you know that you have all the boxes set out, and it's basically dig for your treasure, which is cool. I think today we went and it was already kind of picked over. We found out later on because we weren't finding that many great things.
Yeah, several people who they live in the area, and we kind of just, made friends and started chatting with them, and they said, oh, this day is like totally picked through. That made personally me feel better because I was like, what the heck? Like, I found one thing. I think it just comes down to one thing to resell, and that is one thing I'd say. I went in it more so to shop for myself, which I'm so glad about, which I only found like maybe 3-4 things. Otherwise I would have been totally disappointed. But some of the things, the prices, like if you follow my stories, they were just still too high to resell. And I mean, it's like going to Goodwill. It's like finding a needle in a haystack, but I mean, we still had to go like 2.5 hours away for that. It was a fun experience.
Yeah, definitely. And then I kind of went with the mindset of shopping for myself as well, and I found a couple of things, but I think more so anthro home stuff. Like, yeah, definitely if you're into that.
Sorry.
Stephanie is driving. So yeah.
Okay, we're good again.
But yeah, if you go into that, if you go into it looking for home stuff, then yeah, that's definitely cool. There are no shopping carts. They give you little baskets. Everything, if you buy it, you have to take it out at the store right then and there. There are no returns. A lot of things have holes on them. If you find something great, chances are there probably is a flaw. You have to look very closely. Some things had no tags on it whatsoever. Like, there are a lot of samples. So, just be careful. There are a lot of samples. So, oh, it's a church that they're building there. I was wondering what that building was. Sorry, distracted.
I'd say probably 85% of the stuff had holes, stains. A lot of it was just fabric, like in a box of what's supposed to be like clothes. It wasn't even in the fabric section.
True. We met someone there who literally just goes there to get scrap fabric.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. I think I bought like a Eurosham, like for a pillowcase cover.
It's
yeah.
fun, just don't have any expectations, and a lot of it is just knowing, like, just hitting it on a good day, but I don't even think you would know when a good day is. A lot of the people the ones we kind of made friends with and talked to, they basically said they go every day to find that gem.
Right. One lady said she bought a necklace for $15 and it was worth $450. Who knows?
But
what
she's probably
brands.
gone like 365 days.
Right. And I'm like, what designer designed the necklace for $450?
Another thing was like weird. Like they had I found something with a Lane Bryant brand tag. I was like, so, and even Gap Kids, like that is, I'm not sure why some of that stuff is even there.
Yeah, there was like Lane Bryant, Gap Kids, Calvin Klein. There was a lot of vintage stuff. I found this awesome vintage dress, but of no use to me, purpose for reselling or wearing. But it was still cool. It's an experience. I wouldn't count on it for an inventory boost. Let's put it that way.
I wouldn't call it a honey hole for reselling, but it was still fun. I would still go back, but sometimes when they post their stuff on Instagram, like, oh, shoes for $20 and they're super cute, what have you, and I'm like, I should be there right now. If you don't live 5 minutes away, those awesome deals and cute stuff, it's gone.
Yeah, so overall, it was a cool experience going to Final Cut. I mean, it's so cool to see all the Anthro. For me, the coolest part was the home goods, like all the Anthropologie home stuff. That was pretty awesome. But digging through the boxes and not really coming up with anything, and also there was no rhyme or reason onto what day to go. We asked them, like, how often they get things in, and she says every day they try to stock things. So it's kind of hard to say, okay, one day is better than the other, because I mean, maybe if you show up earlier, maybe earlier in the week, like you said. And
nothing's categorized. Like, I really wanted some cute, like, spring, summer dresses and skirts, but nothing is categorized. So it's not even like you can go to particular sections of clothing or sizes, which is okay. Now I know, and this is kind of like, I'm not trying to be like a Debbie Downer, but I think and I went in with no expectations, but now I feel like, okay, if I go again, I know what to expect, I know how it works, and I mean, honestly, like, at this point, I feel like I should have just went to, it's fine. It was an experience.
So if you just joined, we went to a trip to Final Cut, which is Anthropologie's kind of like clearance outlet store in Augusta, Georgia. The brands, there are Anthropologie brands, Urban Outfitters. I found something Zara there. I don't think that Zara is a Anthro sister label. I'm not sure. But basically all their home goods end up there. A lot of their samples. There are a lot of Pilcro jeans. If you're going shopping for yourself, then it might be cool to make that trip. And like Jasmine's asking, I think it's cool to do it once. I just would go into going there without any expectations. Don't need inventory and go there, because you'll be all day digging, and the chance of you finding a bunch of stuff, not likely. Maybe you'll find one really, really good piece, but yeah, I'm not sure.
Even with the home goods, like, I got, there was 2 pieces of artwork I liked. One was $85 and one was still $400. So now you could get a coffee cup for like $4.
Right.
And I took some pictures, and I'll post them as soon as I get home, of some of the pricing. And I did little video clips to kind of show you what it looks like. I guess like I knew it was an outlet, but I still felt like for Anthropologie, I expected more. I'll be quite honest. But again, now that I know, I know, what to expect. But it was, you definitely have to dig. Like Goodwill bins dig.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like roll up your sleeves dig. So go with those kind of expectations. Like I
I kind of thought it was more like you go in with no expectations, but you sift through racks or even boxes. But I was just surprised at how much was damaged, to be quite honest.
Same. But if you are not familiar with Final Cut, I think their Instagram, I might be able to write it, is Final Cut GA. It's the one for Georgia. And there's also one in New Jersey. They always cut the labels of all the things that you buy from them, so keep that in mind.
And there was a lot of pieces with even no labels.
Yeah.
So it's like, even though you knew it was Free People, you knew where you bought it from, but I don't know if it would serve a purpose for trying to resell.
True.
But I do think, though, it was the day we went and time we went, because it's already the end of the week, and several of the people we talked to, they said, man, this is dry. One lady at the register was like, I never leave here without spending at least $100, and she hardly spent like any money. She was so disappointed. So then that's when it kind of told me, okay, you know what, I would try it again, go on a different day, and it could be that day that you find all kinds of treasures.
Right. So anyway, that's our little synopsis on Final Cut. Definitely something that is worth doing. Oh, by the way, the Goodwill that is in that plaza is literally the worst Goodwill I've ever been to in my whole entire life. We walked in there and it was like 3 minutes of like looking around like, no.
What did you say?
This isn't it.
Walmart.
Literally.
So funny.
It's like the Walmart of Goodwills. Like it was horrible. Like it was not good. But there is a Goodwill restaurant.
I put my basket back because that's how, like, just...
Yeah, you walk in there and you can smell the desolation. Like, you can just feel that it was not going to be a good shopping trip. That Goodwill there was, yeah. But you know what? Maybe you will find something great there. There's also a restaurant in that plaza called Edgar's that is actually a Goodwill ran restaurant. That was okay. But yeah,
that was weird. Like, but that's the only one in the country, did he say?
In the world. It was ran by Goodwill. I don't.
Yeah. Thank goodness I was starving.
Yeah, we were just
by that time we were starving.
But yeah, we're at my house now.
So really quick, like on my last post, if you have any questions that we didn't answer or y'all are still curious about,
type in your name.
Huh?
Then type in your
Oh, okay. If you have any questions or something y'all are curious about, just put it on my last post on my Instagram at Sassy Charmed, and then I will answer it on that post.
Okay. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Now, how do I end? Oh, I see it. Bye.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. As I mentioned, I wanted to show you a few of the pieces I picked up. I didn't pick up too much. As I mentioned before, even according to a lot of the locals who frequent there every day, they said it was way like picked through. One lady was like, I never like leave this place spending less than $100, and she was even like shocked at how little she bought. Another lady, she said she goes every day, and she said, yeah, this is like already a bunch of like leftovers that has been there for a long time. So just to kind of give you an idea, like rompers and dresses, like the nice big ticket stuff, is $15. And so if you're selling on Poshmark or other platforms, $15 is still kind of high to pay, depending. So you have to be really picky with the piece. And if you do sell Free People, then you already know that you have to be selective, because with Free People, a lot of stuff is already saturated in the market. And so by the time you pay the $15, you're 20% to Poshmark. It doesn't leave you that much. And I'm in a place right now with my thrifting personally where I'm just being like super picky and selective. So anyways, get to it. This was like the prize of the whole day. This romper, it's called the Violet Jumpsuit, and you'll see it has a flared leg. It has very like retro vibe. It is Free People, It's a size 6 and it retails $128 and it's sold out everywhere online. So I felt really good about picking this piece up, and it's denim. Like, you can do so much with this. Throw like a leopard clutch, some cool jewelry for a night out, or, you know, a floppy like hat, some sandals, a straw purse, and you have a day look. So this is a super cool, versatile piece. It has pockets on the front, and then it also has the back. I don't know if they're faux pockets. Oh no, they got pockets in the back, and then it's a zipper front also, which is nice because if you have ever done a romper, that's like, it's a trade-off, looking cute or having to struggle every time you have to pee. So that was a really cool piece that I picked up. Again, to give you an idea on pricing, this is normally $12. It's Urban Outfitters belt. Remember these guys? This kind of a belt that has this kind of a clasp hook, and this was $5. Now, I normally wouldn't have picked this up, but I just think I could do something really cool with a few of my shorts, like for the summer. And also I liked it because I have things tend to be big on my waist. They'll usually fit on my hip and butt, but since the whole like paper bag like cinch waist is in, I figured I could use this as a belt to kind of help with that situation. But again, to give you an idea, yeah, this was $5, so you couldn't make money reselling this. And then again, because of my volunteer work, I can wear some blue slacks with some activities coming up. And these are very like linen-like. And you'll notice it has no tag inside, no label, no materials tag. It feels like linen. So, and these are kind of like the boyfriend cut. I'll probably cuff them. And this is the way the back looks. It's nothing fancy, but it beats like a pair of blue, like Docker kind of slacks. There's a little more trend, you know, to these. But again, if you're trying to resell them, like, how would you do that with no tag inside, no materials tag? That would make it difficult. And again, these were $15. And the only the clincher for me even buying these was because I have such a hard time finding pants that fit my hip, butt, and fitting on the waist. And these were actually big. And again, that's why that belt kind of cinched it until I could ruche it. And then also I have a hard time with length because I'm not short and I'm not tall. I'm like in between. So to me, paying $15 was worth it. But again, you know, it normally wouldn't be worth it. Again, okay, so t-shirts are $5. That's kind of high because if you buy t-shirts at Goodwill easily, if you get it like on the color of the day, you don't have to spend that much on a t-shirt. Okay, there's a story behind this and why I even paid the $5, so y'all don't think I'm crazy. It says La Jefa, and on the back it's Glizzy Gang, which maybe y'all are familiar with that. I've never heard of that. This is the label inside. Not sure where that's coming from, but in Spanish, basically, this is what it's saying, like girl boss, La Jefa, in female terms. Otherwise, it'd be like the jefe. Jefe is the male version. Jefa is the female version. So I thought this would be super cute. Oh, because I'm Hispanic, by the way, in case y'all didn't know that. And I'm Tex-Mex. And I kind of want to surprise my husband one day and just like wear this. And this will be super cute under a blazer, you know, to make it kind of trendy. It's just very simplistic. But again, if I didn't have that background in my culture, this t-shirt wouldn't mean anything. And it was still $5. So yeah, again. Now this I was excited about, and if you go to my Instagram page, I did put this, I put a picture of me with this on in the dressing room, and it's an Urban Outfitters floral romper, and it has a elastic, they're kind of like Palooza style in a way. I think that's what you call it. And it has elastic on the bottom, and it's a little see-through, but I think if I put some like black biker shorts or something and a tank top. It'll be fine. But again, this was $15, but I loved the colors and I could dress it up or I could dress it down. And again, because it had the elastic bottom, I could kind of adjust the height accordingly. And then also it had the adjustable straps, but otherwise, let me see. And it does say Urban Outfitters. This is a size medium. And you'll notice, see that slit right there? Basically, they do cut a slit in the tag so that basically you can't go to the actual store to return any of the goods. So that's something to keep in mind also. And I'm not sure if this has, oh yeah, this does have a materials tag. So that's like another thing you have to look for. And like a lot of the stuff, I should have filmed the stuff I put back. A lot of the stuff I put back because either I looked at comps and for the amount I was paying, at least the $15, $20, I wouldn't have made my money back or barely, it wasn't worth it. Or two, a lot of it, the stuff was damaged, like 85% of it. Like you could pick something up like this and then all of a sudden you look at the crotch and like there's a big old hole, or even like the tears or holes were like blatant. Like it just was confusing, like why that was even there. But anyways, that's what it was. So hopefully next time, like I said, I would go for as an adventure. And I am curious if it's a timing thing, but many of you even DM'd me through Instagram and y'all said y'all kind of had the same experience. So I'll go for the adventure, but more than that, you know, for me, it's like 2.5 hours away. I don't think I would be running to the store. It's definitely worth it, I think, if you're a local for sure and you can pop in whenever. So that's it. Talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.